everybody, and welcome back once again to Minecraft with SW Gaming. As always, JTG33 or General Discord here, whichever you prefer. I'm all the same guy. It may look like we're in the middle of nowhere today, but we are actually not. We are on the SW Gaming Museum server. This is a special server that our founder, one of our founders I should say, Little Neum, has set up to run with the servers. And this gives you a chance to look at previous maps that have been created and run by the SW Gaming community. So if you go to this world here, and I'm going to put the actual link right up here in the sky, you can see that. It's just the usual mc.swclan.org IP address, but you have to enter in that port that's at the end there in order to get onto the museum server. So you come in here, you'll spawn in this area. If you don't spawn in here, just type /spawn and you'll be teleported here. When I first came in earlier today, I was down in some mines deep underground for whatever reason. And if you don't spawn at this place right here, just type /spawn, you'll be taken right here. You're in creative mode, you can fly, you can actually adjust your speed. We'll do that in one of these worlds here. But I'm going to show you some of the old worlds that we've had with the server. Just take a quick tour around the spawn areas, show you a couple builds that I did, and then I'm going to give away a house at the end of this episode. And this is a house I am particularly proud of. I really like the way it turned out. I think it's really nice looking, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So first of all, let's go into the relic map. The relic map is one that was actually the first map released after the adventure update for Minecraft. This is the first 1.8 map the SW server ever had. So let's go in here. This was released, I think, in September, early to mid-September of 2011 when that release came out. So this is the original spawn platform. This is where new players would originally come out here. I can see over there. There used to be a sign. Oh, there it is. SW Gaming right there. I just couldn't see it. So the new players would walk down here, look at all this crazy stuff out there, that amazing dragon over there as well. And they go into this temple. And before they could get into the server, into the actual area, there were 2 iron doors right here. They'd have to read the signs and then press the button. But I can't put anything. You can't change anything on the server, by the way. If you try to, it just says, stop, you can't do that. Up here were some some rules, some kits, just some various information about the server, and there were 3 different ways you could go. Over here to the left was where a lot of people built. I didn't build over here, so I didn't spend a lot of time over here, and this was before I became an admin, so I was just a lowly Dawn 2/Dawn 3 during my days on this map. I really didn't build or explore much because I still was getting to know people, and I didn't know very many people very well yet, so I was still kind of kept to myself. But I'll take you to where I built some stuff, and we're going to look at some other places on the other maps that are that stand out in my memory. So from the temple here, I would always go right. Over here is the black obsidian pyramid. This was back when we had a plugin called Residence. You could use a wooden axe to claim your area. It's like how World Edit works. I couldn't figure it out at the time very much. I wasn't very good with that sort of stuff. I'm still not very good with World Edit. Down under here was a special little redstone chamber that I don't think I've ever gone in before, other than earlier today when I was just kind of scouting out. Just shows you little how-tos, how to build certain redstone contraptions and whatnot. I still don't understand any of this stuff. That's how good I am. Down here, I don't know what's down there, but we'll never find out because we are blocked from going down there forever. This is the gigantic statue of Little Neum. He's got glass on his face for some reason. I don't know why. And there's spiders in his head, which sounds about right. I'm just kidding. Don't ban me. I'm sorry. Then over here at the other side of this tunnel is where I had my first base. It was just a little house, a little derp house, right here where these pine trees are. Before we shut down this map and moved on to the next one, I tore down my house I just planted some trees here just to make a nice little, naturey area. And then, of course, gigantic public tree farm, which is really a beautiful thing. It was an awesome thing back in the day. We do it a little bit simpler now. And then, of course, all these people who moved in blocked out my view of the ocean and then blocked out the ocean itself by building on it. Yeah. But this is the main highway that ran along, and a lot of people built on this. I'm actually going to increase my speed. To increase your speed, all you have to do is type /speed, and you can type anywhere from 2 to 10. I'm going to go with 5, because 5 is fast enough for me. Woo! So this kind of rip-roars you right around. And if you get lost in this world, you can just go and type /spawn again and go back to the original portals. So this was the main highway here. This is a zombie head I helped one of the members build back in the day. And it leads over to an arena that I don't know if we ever actually got used, but we spent several hours one Saturday building this thing. It was actually a lot of fun to build it, but I don't believe it ever got used for anything, which is unfortunate because it's a pretty nice looking arena. It's like sort of like a modern basketball arena or something. So anyway, follow me on this journey out along this road as I fly at ridiculous speeds. Ludicrous speed, one might even say. And the world doesn't load around me because I'm going too fast. This coming up ahead is where I had my other base. And let it load in here for a second. There it is. This was my other main base that I had in this world. I'm going to turn my speed back down to 1 so I can just fly normally. This was my other main base, sort of a castle-y thing. There were a couple other guys I was building near that had built castles. There was one right here that got completely torn down. And then this one right here, which was never really quite finished. And then this one right over here in the water that was absolutely beautiful but has really no internal decoration. It was a simpler time back then. This was before I really started getting into certain building things, but I made myself a nice little pathway up here. I was really enjoying using the stone bricks because we'd never had those before. Those were pretty much brand new. And then I just built this place in anticipation for the full release of Minecraft. I built myself a little area where I could put an enchanting table and brew potions. As you can see, I never got around to it. It never actually happened that way because we moved on to a different map. So this is the Relic World. It's not a bad place. I don't, this one doesn't hold, the most fond memories for me at all, just because, I didn't really do much here. I didn't build. I didn't explore that much. I really just kind of stuck to myself and farmed trees pretty much is all I did. So let's go ahead and go back to the spawn portals. And let's take you to the next place. This is Dragon World. I'm going to show you a couple places in Dragon World. And then we're going to go to Aztec after that. I'm already running kind of long in this video, so I may cut some of this out. I'm not sure. But this is the Dragon World spawn. You jump out of a dragon's mouth and into the water down below. It was really a great spawn idea. Very cool, and the dragon is embedded in the mountain behind it. I never really understood why one wing is so gigantic and one wing is so tiny. I don't know, whatever. These are the two guardians holding the dragon prisoner. And then right up here, you have the centerpiece of the spawn area. This is the pillars of the community, the pillars of the executives, blah, blah, blah. This is one of the first things you see when you get out here. And then you could either go down to the portals down here, the portal room here. You can move off to the right where there's a large desert. Over the left, there's some hills and ocean. And then straight ahead is where a lot of the shops were and a lot of the other buildings in the area were. So let's go ahead and increase our speed back to 5. Just going to fly over this area just a little bit here. Yeah, lots and lots of shops. Those used to be all the rage back in the day. And then we got rid of the shops plugin, and it was all better again. This actually was my portal right here to the lobster net. That was the name of my network. It was also a griefer trap. That's one thing you should know, that if you ever see a bunch of diamond or gold or iron blocks just out in the open, that's probably a griefer trap set up by an admin. Just so you know. But anyway, I'm going to take a quick cut here. We're going to fly off to one of the places I built at. So I see you guys in just a moment. Alright, so right here, this was the second iteration of Isengard I ever built. The first time I ever built Isengard was on the server of the 1.73 beta release. And I built Isengard there, but I never got a chance to completely finish it. That was the only place I actually finished the caverns underneath, which is a shame because those caverns were really amazing. But I built Isengard here. Not as impressive as my current build of Isengard, but it's something. It's not bad. It's pretty high up. I'm not sure how tall this actually is. This is pretty much right almost at the build limit, the old build limit, I should say. Back in the day, the build limit was 128, I think, like that, and that's 125, so that's about as tall as you could make something. I also built the Forests of Fangorn around here. I put some spawners under the trees there to deter people coming in, and I also made this look like a barren wasteland, this obsidian board stuff. Well, it used to be a barren wasteland until grass spread changed and, just kind of spread all over the place and made it look like just someone was doing a very bad job of keeping their house clean. But yeah, that's Isengard. Now let me show you another place quickly in this world. Somewhere else I spent a lot of time at, one of the old faction bases. So I'll see you guys over there in just a moment. As soon as I crank it back up to Mach 5. Woo! Alright, here it is. This is Shatterpoint. Shatterpoint is the faction base of the Cult of the Closed Eye faction. I was a member of this faction, and we wrote some amazing lore. We really had some amazing stories going. And for those of you who don't really check out the forums, we used to really be involved with lore a lot, the lore of factions. It's kind of really died off in the last year and a half or so, but when this place was an active faction base, the lore was just amazing. We had so much fun with it. But this is Shatterpoint, home of the Cult of the Closed Eye faction. This was the Tower of Trials. It had a bunch of Blaze and Pigmen spawners in here to challenge new recruits to see if they could survive all the way to the top. And this was a desert island right here. I think it's now an extreme hills biome. We had a bit of climate change on the server here, so there's some very, very strange biomes in places. This once was just an island completely of desert, and it got transformed by hand into netherrack and nether brick by members of the faction. Really a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun together. There's some gigantic ships. These, I believe, were built by Gutburner. He's one of the event coordinators now, still with the community. And I don't know what this glass is. What is with this glass? I don't understand. Anyway, this is one of my favorite ships right here. I don't know if I helped with the... I think I might have helped a little bit with the design of the banners, not like the symbol, but the how to make the banners look. There is one thing that I contributed here. I don't remember where it is. It might be right over here. Ah, yes. This is the lighthouse. The lighthouse for Shatterpoint. Lava and glowstone. The glowstone is in the shape of the faction emblem, of course. And the lava runs all the way down. Being back here, this brings back a lot of memories. Those of you who were in the Cult of the Closed Eye with me who helped build Shatterpoint, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that this place was a lot of fun. But that is the end of that map. Let's go into the final world now. This is the most previous map. This is Aztec. And the big thing, of course, for Aztec was the gigantic pyramid at spawn. Players would spawn in up there, and then they had this gigantic pyramid to run down. In the end, we learned a lot from this map. One of the things we learned is that this is too big. It's beautiful. It's absolutely fantastic. The people who built it are wonderful builders. But in the end, we learned that sometimes a smaller spawn is better. Yeah, look at the inside right here. This is just magnificent. So beautiful. I believe all these graves and crosses were put in for Halloween decoration. It's just about everyone who was on the server at the time had one. And a lot of people who are current members uh, are here too. And then some people who have left us. But a lot of people are here. You should come by and visit this place because really there's some cool stuff here. I think... Where's my grave? That's not my grave. Where's my grave? Is that me? Yep, here I am. Boiled to death in butter. Yum. Oh, hey, there's a villager there. Weird. So this was the main area where I spent my time, just kind of flying around. I was an admin at this point. Kind of flying around. There are 4 different animal statues all around, built by Blackjack. He's one of the, or Black X Jack, I should say. He's one of the event coordinators. He really does really good statues. I'm always impressed by his statues. This was my derp house. My little derpy derp red house. And then that's my tower of phallic intent. There's really some good builds over in this area, though. This was before we had the rule of only one spawn plot. Oh, man. I wonder who built this. This is freaking awesome. I don't know who built this, but you're my hero because I love this thing. It's a Tesla coil. That's amazing. There's really a lot to explore around this part of the world on these maps. And there's a ton to explore out there. I would love to take you to my faction base that I created for this map, but it's about 6,500 blocks in some direction. I don't even know where to find it. So it'd be difficult for me to get you over there, unfortunately. But I will show you one thing that almost nobody found, and it was right under spawn all along. It's a little temple that I built. Under down here, by the Pixie Garden, there's a little entrance that says Temple of the Lobster. This was an area where I had planned to make numerous dungeons of varying difficulty. This is basically a sort of tribute to my Zoidberg skin I used to wear for a long time. It's like an ancient sort of statue guardian, blah, blah, blah. You know, you run down this way. I almost said you fly down this way. You can fly in this world now, but fly down this way. And there's going to be 4 dungeons in here of increasing difficulty. Down here was going to be the Iron Dungeon. There was going to be the Gold Dungeon over here. Then the Diamond Dungeon down this way. And finally, the Obsidian Dungeon back over here. They're going to be increasingly difficult, but because the area of spawn was World Guard protected, I was never able to really do this the way I wanted to. So it didn't work out, but it was fun building it. And it's a little secret that a lot of people never found. That's kind of overgrown with vines now. I would have kept it a little bit cleaner myself. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the museum worlds. Come on and give yourself a look. I didn't even touch going into the winter competition or the creative world. The creative world has some amazing builds in there, so you should really check it out. Once again, up in the sky is the IP address for this museum server, so you can come and take a look and see all the things that people have built in the past. But for now, it's time to go on to the main server and give away a house. So I'll see you guys in just a moment. And here we are. This is the new house. I took a little bit of a different approach. Sorry, get distracted. Arctic and Hyper are here, and those two are delightful. I haven't seen Arctic on in a long while, so hi Arctic, good to see you again. This is the house right here. I took a little bit of a different approach. My initial thought was this is going to be like super fancy, luxurious house, but it kind of ended up being more of a modern house. It's got, you know, a lot of square angles to it. So let's go ahead and take a look here. I made this out of quartz. A lot of this is quartz, so that's what kind of makes this special. So you go in the front door right here. You're immediately greeted by a luxurious red carpet, and you've got paintings, planted vases, and the dark wood. I really like the way the dark wood and the God, what did I just call this stuff? Quartz Dark wood and quartz, they really go well together. You've got your little farming area in here. There's lots of bookshelves as well. This is a very learned person who lives here, perhaps. Nice open windows, skylights, of course. Then over here, down this way, we've got more bookshelves. And this is just a simple little master bedroom. I've never really been good at decorating bedrooms, so you can change it up a little bit. And then finally, down over here, I really like this place down here. This is a stairwell leading down. I just love the logs and the quartz. It just looks so good to me. Down here, you've got your little enchanting, your anvil, and your ender chest. I've never put anything in ender chest on here, apparently. More books. This is sort of a food preparation area. And then you've got a nice community little fireplace. So you've got plenty to read, food to eat, and just a nice place to enjoy. You got to make sure I put some stuff in these chests, because I always put stuff in these chests for you. So that's the house, pretty much. That is the house. And by the way, these pine trees in this Extreme Hills biome, these were here when I flew around and found this island. Oh, by the way, here's the little, here's the top of the chimney right here. Just a little touch of realism for you. But these pine trees were out here. I don't know if someone planted those or if that was a weird bug or glitch or something like that, but I saw it and I liked it so much I just knew I had to build here. So yeah, here's the house. I will give you one hint. This house is over 5,000 blocks away. Both the X and the Z are above 5,000, but I'm not going to tell you if they're positive or negative because that would ruin the fun. And of course, the beacon is right here. Beacon. Ta-da! So there's that. Oh, and there's some light coming over here. This is, there's some undergroundy stuff right here. You know, if you follow the glowstone, you'll get down to a chamber underground. It's pretty dangerous. So I've left you a stone sword with smite 5 and unbreaking 3. That'll really help you, trust me. This is not an easy area right here. You see that? Zombies already spawning. I better go before they spawn too many. So yeah, that's the house. As always, you can claim your victory by going here to the greeting sign and breaking the victory sign of victory and then replacing it with your name on it. I'll, of course, stop by frequently to check and see who was the first here. So when you get here first, you win the house, you win everything in the house, you win that little dungeon with all the zombies and skeletons and that smite sword, and you win the mystery chest. Mystery chest of mystery. Boo! And of course, the contest isn't live until this video goes up, which will be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday. You're seeing this at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday anyway, but I'm just reminding you of the rule. And of course, previous winners, you've already won, so give someone else a chance to win. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this house. Good luck finding it. It's pretty far out there, but it's really got a nice view, really nice surroundings here. I almost considered building a house in that towering hillside there, but decided it might be too difficult. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. As always, if you haven't joined us yet, you can join us on the Minecraft server, SW Gaming Minecraft server at mc.swclan.org. You can also say hello on our TeamSpeak. There's numbers in the sky, as usual, because I can't ever remember those numbers, and I'm not even going to try. And finally, stop by and say hello on the forums, www.swclan.org. We hope to see you there, and we hope to see you on the server. And there's a lot of howling going on in chat right now, and it's distracting me. Alright, thanks again for watching, guys. Remember that every like that this video receives means another diamond in the chest for the winner. So go ahead and like that video like crazy, and if you win, you'll be getting a big prize. Thanks for watching again, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.